Whether a construction site, dairy farm, or in an office, fall hazards can be present at all work sites. The potential for falls is always a concern, whether that fall is from a great height or one at the same level. Falls exact a high price for everyone in the workplace. For employers, they can lead to lost productivity, higher compensation costs, and damage to a company's health and safety reputation. For workers, they can lead to serious physical and mental health injuries or even death. For the worker's family and friends, they may be left grieving a loss or coping with a loved one's serious long-term injury. Slips, trips, and falls are some of the leading causes of lost time and disabling injuries in Alberta. Almost 20% of all lost time injury claims involve slips, trips, and falls. Although devastating falls from heights get the most attention, short falls and falls at the same level are also major concerns. According to the Workers' Compensation Board of Alberta, approximately 14% of all slip, trip, and fall injuries occur at the same level. This could be as simple as tripping over an extension cord in your office or falling while getting out of your vehicle. Everyone at a workplace needs to take falls and the potential for them seriously. In fact, responsibility is the foundation of Alberta's occupational health and safety laws. This foundation is known as the Internal Responsibility System. This means each worksite party is responsible for workplace health and safety based on the party's authority and control of the worksite. For example, if a worker sees a fall hazard, even if it is not in their area of work, the worker should remove it before an incident occurs. If the worker does not have the authority or control to address the hazard, the worker needs to notify someone who does, such as a supervisor or the employer. Another key element of the OH&S law is the requirement for employers to assess and control hazards. We encourage you to use the Hazard Assessment Handbook and webinar that are available via the links on the screen. These materials provide employers, supervisors, and workers with information about assessing hazards and controlling them. Proper assessment and control of fall hazards helps reduce injuries and incidents at your worksite. If you are unfamiliar with hazard assessments, you may wish to pause the video and review the information prior to returning. It is important to identify common hazards and situations associated with falls. These include changes in weather and the transition between seasons. For example, rainfall starts to increase in the spring and can bring the potential for slick floors and surfaces. This makes gangplanks, elevated equipment, scaffolding, trailer decks, and loading docks slippery underfoot. The same is true with snow starting in the winter. Let's turn the focus to 4 common hazards and situations associated with falls. The first of these are stairs. Falling down the stairs can cause serious injuries with long recovery times. Always hold the handrail when going up or descending down the stairs. Don't look at your phone or rush. Don't skip steps. And don't carry anything that lessens or prevents your ability to hold the handrail. The handrail can assist with balance correction before a fall. When going to another floor or level, take the elevator if you are carrying things requiring the use of both hands. Never carry a load you can't see over or around. Use a dolly or ask someone for a hand. Using ladders is another common source of falls. Ladders are helpful tools around the workplace, but can quickly become a hazard if not used correctly. Be sure to always inspect ladders and equipment for fitness before use, have a good handhold before stepping up, place the arch of your foot fully on the step or rung, make sure you have and maintain 3 points of contact, and never stand on the top rung of the ladder. A third situation associated with falls is entering and exiting equipment. Equipment can get muddy, be wet and slippery, or have uneven surfaces. To help prevent a fall, first make sure the equipment's running board, tread, step, foothold, and/or platform are dry and clean. In addition, ensure you have and maintain 3-point contact. Use the appropriate gear, including tread and footwear, for the task and conditions. Check the condition of the ground before exiting, and use available personal protective equipment. Receive the proper fall protection training on equipment, such as pickers or any equipment that allows for working at heights. Face the equipment when entering and exiting. Have a good handhold before stepping up or down, and as with ladders, place the arch of your foot fully on the step or foothold. Finally, let's talk about working from heights. As mentioned earlier, falls from heights get the most attention because they usually cause the more serious injuries or deaths. Falls from significant heights can be prevented if workers use properly installed guardrails to prevent falls or restrict access, use restricting devices to prevent access to areas that are a fall hazard, use a fall arrest system that includes a secure anchor, full body harness, approved connecting devices, and rescue plan, and ensure all fall protection devices are constructed and installed according to provincial regulations, CSA standards, and/or the directions of a professional engineer. Training for employees on requirements and equipment uses, ensure workers have unobstructed views, and avoid distractions for workers who work from heights or who are working their way down from heights. In conclusion, falls and their associated injuries can be prevented. The key is to identify fall hazards and ways to eliminate or control them. This will help us go home safely at the end of the workday. The tutorial series is produced by the OH&S Prevention Initiative, a partnership between the Alberta government, industry, labor, and health and safety organizations. The following organizations contributed to this tutorial.